This episode is brought to you by Domain.com. So it turns out that Inbox by Gmail will not only be reading and understanding your emails, but will begin to reply on your behalf as well. I know, you're thinking, you may not know it yet, but Google's artificial intelligence algorithms may be changing our lives very soon. AI is soon going to be able to read and understand your emails and even come up with quick replies you may choose to send. Think of it as a very basic personal assistant that can deal with those pesky tasks of replying to your petty missives. It's called Smart Reply, and here's how it works. Two AIs work in tandem. One, quote, reads the emails and turns it into an algorithm-friendly vector that represents the essence of the message. The other then reads the vector and comes up with three distinct and grammatically correct replies. And the replies won't differ just in form. The AI makes sure that the meaning of the reply is distinct as well. That may sound trivial, but according to Google, making sure the AI wouldn't just rephrase the same idea was a real challenge early on. Another challenge was teaching the AI not to reply to everything with, quote, I love you, as a phrase that it really favored in the early days. Now that sounds really cool and all, but I gotta predict that there's gonna be a problem, a two-tiered email response. Over time, people are gonna know when Google replied to their email and when you actually wrote the email. And you can imagine how people are gonna feel when they know that you just allowed Gmail to do the work for you. They may not be that impressed. Now let's talk about the rumors surrounding the heavily powered Xiaomi Mi 5. According to a recent tipster, the Xiaomi Mi 5 will be powered by Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 820 processor. The chip isn't expected to appear in devices until 2016, but that's not stopping companies from announcing phones before then. The rumor also suggests that Qualcomm may officially launch its latest mobile chip on November 20th, this month. Qualcomm has gradually been dripping out little pieces of information about its chip over the past couple of months. Other rumored specifications for the Xiaomi Mi 5 include a 5.3-inch QHD, that's 2560 by 1440 display, 4 GB of RAM, a 16-megapixel rear camera, and a 3030 mAh battery. Either 16 or 64 GB of internal storage, but without SD card support. A different report also suggests that Xiaomi may opt for MediaTek's Helio X20 chip, as the Snapdragon 820 may not be available for a while yet. And let's talk about the Huawei Mate 8, and it's coming up real soon. Huawei has uploaded a new teaser, and there's little doubt about what the company has planned. The Huawei Mate 8 looks set for an official unveiling on November 26 at an event which will presumably take place in China. Rumors about the Mate 8 point to a large flagship that also aims to offer value for money. We are expected to see a 6-inch Full HD panel at least 3 GB of RAM, with storage in the typical 32 or 64 GB options. We would assume that the Mate S Force Touch display technology will also make an appearance in Huawei's upcoming smartphone. Newly leaked images, which were apparently snapped from a Foxconn factory, also point to a metal frame for the handset and a dual SIM and microSD card tray, which is going to make many geeks happy. The Huawei Mate 8 is expected to be powered by the company's own high-silicon Cura 950 system on a chip. This chip is rumored to feature an octa-core Big Dot Little Cortex A72 and A53 CPU design, paired up with the Mali T880 GPU and other high-end features, such as high-resolution camera support and Cat10 LTE. Now, if you don't speak geek, that just means the phone is expected to be powered by some pretty badass specs. Now, last up, I wanted to talk about some of the conflicting rumors surrounding the Galaxy S7's camera. The first report suggests that Samsung will try to make use of Sony's latest high-end image sensor. This features a 25 megapixel resolution and a very fast 192-point hybrid autofocus system. This is the same sensor that powers Sony's latest flagship, the Xperia Z5 range, which currently tops DxOMark's camera benchmark. But then another rumor suggests that no, Samsung will go with their own image sensor. And I bring this up because camera capability is becoming a bigger and bigger factor for you guys in choosing which phone to buy. Not just geeks like us, but even normal people. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. The Xperia Z5's camera is sick, let me tell you. It is fantastic. So, for those of you who've had the Galaxy S6 and compare that camera to the reviews on the Z5, what do you guys think? Which one would you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. All right, you've got 5 more days to come up with an Android-related domain name that is not currently owned, makes me smile, and uses a .com. Now, why is that? Because no domain name extension tells your story with the same degree of trust as a .com or .net domain name. .com and .net domain name extensions inject credibility into your online presence. Save 15% on domain names and web hosting when you use our coupon code ANDROID at domain.com checkout. When you think domain names, think domain.com. Thanks for watching Android Geeks. My name is Jayce. Love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. You don't want to forget about my brothers and sister in Android who are working super hard to be your source for all things Android.